Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Clearly.
Siri, what are you drinking today?
Right now, I'm drinking a diet cola with coconut cream and lime juice.
Have you tasted it yet?
Yeah, it's good.
Good. Oh, it is. Yeah, this is the mocktail that I've been making for Siri for like a couple months now, probably. And today she came over to podcast and I was like, "What do you want to drink?" And she was like, "A Diet Coke." And I went into my kitchen and I could have sworn we had some of that 2 liter left, but it was gone. And I was like, "We're out of Diet Coke." And then I looked and like with my Soda Stream stuff and there's a Diet Cola in there, which I've been meaning to have you try anyway.
Yeah,
So
it's fine.
we did that.
Well, I know Amory had a 2 liter of Diet Coke too, so it's possible if there was another one in there, she might have just thought it was hers.
Well, hers is in the fridge though,
Oh.
and unopened because otherwise I would have just used some of hers. But it's
Oh.
not open, so I didn't
Yeah,
want to
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was my dog Lila's 5th birthday. She is one whole hand now.
A handful, as I say.
But that it just is crazy to me that she's 5.
No, that's so weird. Like she's not that old.
No, she's a baby. Like, well, first of all, okay, I got her in November of 2019, and it was right before she turned 1. Like, I got her November 1st, basically. And then, yeah, her birthday is November 18th. So I got her right before she turned 1. But I don't feel like I've had her for 4 years.
No, it's really weird.
I mean, most of that time was COVID. So that time didn't happen.
No,
so
COVID feels, there's like a word for it, I can't think of it, but where it's like,
yeah,
basically it's become the void.
Yeah,
that never
it's
happened.
It's a time jump. It's like that time jump in the Avengers that didn't make sense. That's exactly what COVID is. So basically she's still 1. We're celebrating her 1st birthday. Which really works out because then I'm 5 years younger too. 4 years younger. Which I'm 22, so
yeah. Yeah, Lila looked so cute for her birthday. I of course brought panini and mocha, and it was kind of gray and rainy, so I put them in little hoodies from Bean Goods.
And Siri, tell the people what Bean Goods is.
Yeah, so Bean Goods is basically like a store for the wiener dog enthusiast, but not nerdy or like overdone. It's a younger couple that do it. I think it's a husband and wife duo, but the husband does the artwork and the wife is like the visionary. But they're actually opening a physical store in Palm Springs soon, which is really exciting. We used to be brand ambassadors. I think we were called Ween ambassadors, but I just didn't have the time to continue doing that. I just couldn't commit to it. So we are no longer brand ambassadors, but just
supporters.
Yeah, no, we're just supporters. So so they both had Bean Goods hoodies on and were so cute. And Panini has gotten so big. So she's longer than Mocha now. It's crazy. But I think she didn't mind wearing the hoodie. So that's exciting.
Lila wore her birthday tutu and her birthday hat, which she wears for her birthday every year. And it's so freaking cute. And we took her, she had a little birthday party at the Fat Dog in North Hollywood. And we took her in her tutu and her hat and her pink stroller. And like walking down the street in North Hollywood with my princess bougie dog, who was like front paws on the like rim of the stroller, just like hi world. So freaking cute. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and I had my dogs in their kennel in a pink wagon.
Yeah.
So
it was a puppy parade.
Oh yeah, we were a puppy parade for sure. The people at Fat Dog were definitely obsessed.
Yeah. Like our waitress loved Lila. The first thing she said before she even introduced herself, she came up and she was like, "Hi, can I take a picture of your dog?" I was like, yeah. But Lila loved her. She like let her pet her and was excited to see her. And I think probably the entire staff of that restaurant, I was telling Ari this morning, I think the entire staff of that restaurant came up to be like, "Is this Lila? Happy birthday."
Yeah, they're like, is this a dog birthday? Like, yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It was a great venue for it too, because they have like an outdoor patio area that dogs are welcome. And they gave us a nice big table in a corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
called the Fat Dog. So
Yeah.
that's actually where Mocha had her first birthday party 2 years ago because Mocha is 6. Very weird.
It is weird.
But yeah.
Yeah. But it's cute. And like all of their signature cocktails are dog named. Like I had the Eat Paw Love. And then there's one called like the Groomer. And
I don't remember.
I don't know, but they're all so cute. They have such cute names. And the food was really good.
Yeah, the food was really good. I wouldn't say it's like an inexpensive restaurant, but at the same time, like if you go to any fast food restaurant, you're going to spend the same amount. So
Yeah.
you might as well have a sit down meal that's really good.
Yeah.
I had the chicken fried chicken, which came on biscuits with gravy, and it was really good.
Yeah. I had the buffalo chicken wrap, which was divine. And that wrap was $15, which is like, I mean, it's a big wrap, first of all. I only ate half of it.
Yeah, that's 2 meals.
I brought the other half home, and that was my dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty satisfied. The buffalo sauce was really good. They put ranch in like with the lettuce.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was really good. I liked it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Lila was excited to have her little outing there.
Yeah. And then we came back to the house and we took them all to Petco. It's a tradition for me that my kids always go to Petco on their birthdays and get to pick out some toys. Usually she also gets an outfit, but there just wasn't anything there that like spoke to me.
Yeah. And plus she just got that little like Santa Claus dress.
Yeah.
So
there just wasn't anything that like was cute enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, she has to have this. But she did get a couple new toys, and then we came back and then we took her to Starbucks because it's also a tradition for her to get a puppuccino.
yes.
My dog recognizes the Starbucks logo. And for a while, I thought that she just knew the route to Starbucks here. But when we road trip across the country and we go to Starbucks that neither of us have ever been to, she sees that mermaid and gets excited. And Siri was laughing because we took Siri's car, so she was driving. And we pulled up and Siri like starts to order and Lila starts whining. And I was like, yeah, I told you she does this because the second you start talking to the barista, she'll be like, don't forget mine, don't forget mine. And then even though it was kind of later at night, they were pretty busy.
Sorry. I'm trying to find the dog vision filter.
But even though it was like dark, they were like pretty busy for that time of day. So we had to wait in a little bit of a line to get her puppuccino. And she was not very patient. Like she knew where we were and she was like vocal about it.
Look at that's why she likes the duck.
Oh, because it sticks out more.
It does stick out more.
That's funny.
I was trying to see if like green showed up better. It still looks gray.
Yeah.
But man, that duck looks really good, and so does that donut.
I'm pretty sure that donut is yours.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is too, actually.
And there's like a little chewy ring that I think is yours.
Mine too. I tried to get Panini to play with it yesterday, but she was really going for the cat toys.
This Target bag is yours too.
Oh, yes.
And your snake plant, I'm pretty sure, is Dad.
You know what? I really tried. I mean, I rescued it from the trash.
Yes, you did. You did.
Sorry, we went on a tangent there.
Anyway, you guys could see none of what we were talking about, and we gave you no context. Ouch. Anyway, Siri was basically looking at Lila's toy bin through the dog filter on TikTok.
On TikTok, yeah.
And Lila's favorite toy, she loves the mini Kong toys because they're small enough to fit in her mouth. And she likes all of them, but the duck is for sure her favorite. So we looked at her toy bin just now through the dog filter, and the duck color just pops.
Yeah. So I pulled out the dog filter because I was wondering if green showed up with like the dog vision color. It really doesn't. I think it's probably just the contrast of the logo, and she just knows where she is, kind of a thing. But anyway, yeah, so we found out the duck really stands out.
So you do recognize the Starbucks logo, huh? It's not just the color.
Nope.
Yeah, but she gets so excited, and the baristas are always so excited to give it to her because she's amped
Yeah. Look at how cute she is.
with her
Her
tongue.
tongue is like sticking out. She's so cute.
Well, since she had those bottom teeth removed, there's nothing there to keep her tongue in. And, like, her tongue is too big for her mouth anyway. So she always has had kind of the tongue blep. But now since there's no teeth there to, like, remind her to pull it back in, she just
Yes.
pretty much constantly.
Yeah. But Lila had a really phenomenal birthday.
She did. She had a great bougie LA dog birthday.
Yes. With her best friends, Panini and Mocha.
Yeah. Did you have such a good time?
Dude, Mocha was so excited to be here.
Yeah.
She knew exactly where she was and was like, yes.
I love that dog so much because she always sees me and she's like, I missed you. And I'm always like, I missed you too.
Jasenia tried to claim Panini during the meal because she didn't bring
A dog.
a dog. So she was like, I'll have Panini.
Panini was very okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Panini also really enjoyed walking on the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Panini will pretty much like anyone. So
Yeah.
she got a little spooked with that border collie that came in. It was a younger dog. I think probably a mix, but it looked really border collie.
Yeah.
I think honestly it probably has some husky in it or something. Because I was thinking about it, and based on how young that thing was, I was like, it's
yeah, probably.
but very sweet dog.
Yeah.
But it's kind of spooked Panini a little bit. Because he was pretty excited and
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yeah, a lot of energy, and Panini got a little afraid and barked. Which Panini's not really a barker.
Yeah, but when she does bark, it does get your attention.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's a very high-pitched, shrill
Thing.
Scream.
Yeah, I basically just say she screams because it is so high pitched. And she really like, I don't know, she only does it if she gets spooked or like she'll do like a single bark to get your attention kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But she's so cute. She's gotten so big.
You know, Panini will be 1 on Thanksgiving. Yeah. That'll be her first birthday, which is really exciting.
Oh yeah, this is technically our Thanksgiving episode.
Oh.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It was yesterday when this comes out.
Yeah, I hope you all ate some good food.
Hope you're thankful for the shit you have. And hope you didn't overeat too much.
Overeat too much. Yes.
Well, there's overeating, and then there's like overeating to the point where you're miserable and sick.
Like excessively overeating.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
I told my students to work on reading their books, which
which
they will not do.
No.
So
yeah,
I'll deal with that when we're back from break.
Oh yeah, you have the whole week off.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah.
Just so tired. Ugh. It's exhausting.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, we saw today, like an hour ago, we saw a family leaving Target and they had 4 children. And I was exhausted just looking at them.
Mm-hmm. Like all of that just sounds so tiring.
Yeah. No. I saw a TikTok last night, I think. I've already told you about it today, but I haven't told the podcast. And it was this girl, and she was like, sometimes when I feel bad for how much money I spend, I remind myself that I actually save quite a bit of money by not having children. Because a child costs, on average, $21,000 a year, or $240,000 by the time they're 18. And she was like, so basically, girl math means that each year I save $21,000. And for the next 18 years, I have a savings account of $240,000 because I don't have kids. And I really like that. Girl math is just
peak.
It is such a vibe that I really can hop on board with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Today, Siri came over and we had no plan. So we went to Starbucks and then we went to Home Goods. And I have had like a mini mission the past month. I wanted to find two more Christmas wine glasses because I have two, but my family is coming here for Christmas this year and I just would like four.
Yeah.
And I got these really cute little highball glasses at Target and they have Christmas trees on them and then a gold rim and those were only $3. Like a steal. Um and so I like wanted two more Christmas wine glasses. And so we went to Home Goods because I had seen some there before and I was like, that just feels like a good bet. Cause like we looked at Target, we didn't find any. We looked at Michael's yesterday when we went there, didn't find any. Hobby Lobby didn't have any. And at home didn't have any either.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I know we've seen some at Home Goods, so let's just go there. So we did, and I found two, a set of two that were cute. It was Rudolph from the television special, the classic, and then Santa from that television special. But they were like,
It was like rhinestoney.
yeah, they were like gemmed on. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's fine. Because it was $15 for two. And I was like, fine. And then by the register, we saw glasses there that I honestly probably liked a little better, but they were $10 each. And I was like, no. So I got the Rudolph ones and I was like, all right, whatever. So then we went to Target, but in the same parking lot as Target is TJ Maxx. And I was like, we don't usually go in TJ Maxx. We haven't in a while. So we went in to look around and I found these really cute Christmas wine glasses that match the highball glasses. Like they have a Christmas tree and a similar style and the same like gold rim. And it was $20 for four. And I was like, I really like these better. So we got those. Then we went to Target. Then we went back to Home Goods to return.
To return those two.
Yep.
Also, when we were in Home Goods, a tragedy occurred.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I don't even know how it happened, but
Yeah.
my Starbucks drink like fell out of my hand. Like I don't even know.
No.
I don't know how it happened.
It just
like
a ghost walked by you and
someone
smacked it.
batted it out of my hand, and it was a venti, and so the majority of it was spilled on the ground, and I was like, no. And I was like, oh man. I was like, well, I'm more just upset because I wanted to drink it and now I can't. I was like, I'll clean it. It's not. And so someone walking by, I was like, I'm just so sad. She's like, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I was like, thank you. Thank you very much. So Allison grabbed like,
I found an employee and I was like, hi, there's this little spill over there. And she's like, okay. And I was like, do you have like paper towels? And she was like, we do in the bathroom. And then just walked away. And I was like,
so
okay. So I went to
like,
the bathroom. I'd never been to the bathroom in that Home Goods. So I wasn't 100% sure where it was. I just knew it was somewhere towards the back. So I just went back there and like found the bathroom and the paper towels was an automatic paper towel dispenser that dispensed like an inch and a half at a time. So I had to keep going until enough came out. Well, not even enough, but enough that I was like, I've been gone too long.
Yeah, we need to do something.
So I went back and it was not enough to clean up the mess. But then we found another employee and she was like, oh, I got it. Don't even worry.
Yeah, she like kept on telling people, oh, I have to go clean up the spill. I have to go clean up the spill. And I was like, I can do it. And she's just like, no, I got it. She's like, don't even worry about it. I got it. And I was like, are you sure? And I kind of hung out towards the back while she went. And then I was like, I can just go wait by the spill. She knows where it is. And she came over and like, I was just expecting, like, I would have just asked to use a mop because like, you don't even need to have cleaning product on it. You could like just mop up the stuff. Like I had paper towels, so I was like, well, this is fine. I can just crumple up the paper towel, stick it in my cup, and then mop up the excess. And she was like, no, I got this. And so there's like that powder you can put on liquid that like solidifies it or whatever, so you can sweep it up. So she did that, and I was like, thank you so much. And she's just like, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's a queen. Thank you.
Yeah.
R.I.P. my drink though.
Yeah. I think she was so excited to clean it up because like when I worked retail when I worked at Lush for the holidays that one year, I would do everything I could to avoid having to work register. Like I pretty much did everything I could to stay in the back. So I think she genuinely was like, "I have to clean up the spill. Sorry, can't do till. Whoops. Oh darn."
No, she was super nice about it. I felt really bad. But then I kept on thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I would have been a worse human if I had just been like, whoops, and walked away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I stepped in the iced coffee. I'm so sorry.
No, no one was mad.
No. And it didn't get on any of the product. It was just on the
No.
floor.
Yeah. No, the major sadness of it all
I
was
didn't get to drink it.
yeah.
No, because it was a venti. And I hadn't even had like that much of it. It was all
Yeah.
on the floor.
How was it though? Because you got something different today.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, today we both were in the mood for iced beverages. And normally at Christmas time, I always get the gingerbread latte, which is back this year, thank God. And I've already had like 7 probably. And so it felt really odd for me to not order it, but I really wanted something iced and refreshing, so I got a pink drink and you tried the caramel brulee.
Yeah,
Nice.
I just got it iced. I honestly don't love it hot because
Mhm.
it's like too syrupy, but
Yeah.
like usually stuff like that iced is a little bit more forgiving. I think I wished it had had a little bit more ice in it.
Mm.
Like I wanted it to be, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, yeah. So Thanksgiving is Thursday. It is currently Sunday. Um, our plans for Thanksgiving is to have a Friendsgiving, which is what we used to do every single year, but we haven't done it in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Um, so that should be fun. Oh, we have to go to Costco.
Oh,
I mean, not today, but
that's not
closer
bad.
to the day.
Might be a mess.
Yeah. But we usually get a rotisserie chicken from Costco, and then I get the gluten-free apple pie from Home Goods, which is
Whole
divine.
Foods.
Yep. Did I say Home Goods? Great.
Home Goods, Whole Foods, same thing.
Same thing. Yeah. And then I usually roast some veggies. This year you said mashed potatoes and stuffing.
Yeah, we'll see. See what I show up with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because right now I have this thing called I have a job that keeps a roof over my head,
And
but
that's about it.
and that's about it. So it does not keep food on the table. And it's been honestly pretty brutal.
Yeah. My job does neither of the two. So that's fun. Yeah. I have to hustle pretty fucking hard to be able to pay rent every month right now. And that sucks. Like, anyway, oh, another thing that happened this week on Monday, so almost a week ago, Winston had some issues. He had some blood in his stool.
You just talk so openly about the grossest shit on here.
And I was really concerned because Lila had Giardia in October. And I asked when she had it, I was like, is Winston
Like at risk.
Yeah, and they were like, no, it would be super rare for it to be passed between species. Whale,
They share water.
I don't think it has anything to do with water. It's more poop contact.
Well, no, someone said like if they share water, because that would be how all the dogs got it from each other.
I think so. I really don't think it was the water.
No, but if someone has Giardia and they
And
share
use the
water.
But
Yeah.
the vet didn't tell me that.
Oh, that's what I've heard.
Oh. I don't know. Anyway, Winston now is being treated. So that's fun. But the really frustrating thing was like that happened on Monday. And when Lila had that happen, I called the vet and they were able to get her in the next morning.
Yeah, but
Winston, that happened on Monday. So I went on our little app and the next available appointment was Friday. So I called hoping that they would like be able to squeeze him in.
Yeah.
And they couldn't. And so he still had to wait till Friday to get his medicine. So that was annoying, which I did drop off they told me, they were like, well, you can bring in a fecal sample, and if it comes back positive, you can like get the medicine and you don't have to do the appointment. So I did that. I took that sample that was problematic to the vet on Monday, and they ran it, and then Tuesday it came back negative for everything. So they were like, well, you need to keep your appointment. So then I go to the appointment on Friday, and the vet is like, I mean, I understand why they still wanted to see him, because she like wanted more information before she like prescribed anything. But
still,
then she basically was just like, well, it's unusual, but if he just has a mild case, you know, the parasites might not be present in every sample, because they'll just come out sporadically, and like all his other symptoms lined up.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's what it is, which he already, I feel like, is doing a little better since he's been on the medicine. So hopefully that's what it is, and hopefully that's the last of it.
Yeah. Hopefully he's just all good now.
Fingers crossed, right, Lila?
Poor cat. Which, okay, now I'm hearing that there's a really contagious, like fatal respiratory disease that's being passed to dogs lately. And it like seems like kennel cough, but it isn't. And if you like don't bring your dog in, they can die. Like I've been hearing about this where it's like a dog will go to the groomer one day and then all of a sudden they're like sick and everyone just thinks it's kennel cough, but it's not. So that's scary right now.
Great.
I'm like, awesome. So don't bring your dog to the dog park. And if you can avoid the groomer, I guess avoid the groomer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Avoid having them around a bunch of other dogs, basically, that you don't know.
Yeah. Well, Lila doesn't go anywhere really.
No, my dog's not going anywhere right now.
Yeah.
It just makes me a little bit worried for like traveling with them, but
yeah,
like, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, they won't be like super close to other dogs.
No, it'll just be each other.
Great.
I'm like, awesome. Love that.
Yeah.
Like, why?
That's so annoying.
I know. Just like, because there was also that whole thing with canine influenza having such a rise. So both my dogs are vaccinated against it now. But I'm like, okay, well now there's a freak respiratory illness. What?
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do for that? And even Giardia, like that's not like a regularly like vaccinated thing. I think you can get a vaccine, but
interesting.
Just weird.
I'll ask about that at their next checkup, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a vaccine for kennel cough, right?
Yeah, it's Bordetella.
Okay. Well, Lila's had it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you are vaccinated against it, then it
kind of would be. And most of the dog boarding places around LA require that you actually get Bordetella every 6 months. Whereas, like, it's not really required more than once a year, but places here want it every 6 months.
Which, I mean, that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Lila? Gotta keep you healthy.
Yes. Excuse me.
Bless you. We, the other night, watched the movie Joyride.
Yes.
And we really enjoyed it.
It was so fun.
It was. We knew from the preview that we would like it. But, like...
And we did like it.
Yeah. It was so fun and funny. What a good time.
Yes. A good movie all around. I like it. Go see it. Well, I guess, or
Rent it online.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the strike is over enough that we can talk about projects now, which is exciting.
Yeah. So... Oh, yeah. Everyone watch season 2 of The Santa Clauses on Disney+. Yeah. Yeah, the strike is technically over right now. But I'm not anticipating it to stay over.
Yeah, because the contract
is problematic at best.
And the members still need to vote.
Yeah.
So
the contract has to be ratified, and I, at this point, would be surprised if it was.
It just doesn't really offer the protections that
we need. Yeah.
So, I don't know. And it's like, we've already put ourselves out this much. Like, why would we
settle for something that's gonna
be an issue?
Yeah, that's gonna hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, like a lot of the stuff in there, it's like, oh, this is gonna really limit the amount of work that there is.
Yep.
scary.
Yep. Yeah.
So I don't know. We haven't really gotten all the contract terms laid out yet.
That's the other thing. Like, they're not releasing the full contract before the vote. And that feels shady. But, I mean, the stuff that comes out from the member meetings, the informational meetings, makes me feel a little better about it. But there's still enough unanswered questions, and the terms in the contract are super vague. So, like, basically, companies could work around it and still claim, like, oh, well, we technically did this.
Yeah, and there's this whole thing about like with AI, how it's like, oh, well, you have to consent to be scanned for AI. And it's like, okay, but is consent a term of employment? Like, will you not
Yeah.
be employed if you don't consent?
Which is another thing the contract specifically states, that production companies can refuse to hire actors who do not consent. Like, with that contract, they're allowed to do it. And that just gives me the ick.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. And there's the thing about your digital double can work for you. You still get paid, but your digital double works for you. And like,
It's weird because then one of our friends made like a comment that's just like, okay, but then does my digital double accept the award? Or
yeah. Some of my friends who are recognizable working actors have posted on their Instagram story, like, I don't want my digital double working for me. Like,
Yeah.
I like being on set. I want to be in charge of what my face is doing.
Yeah. So
Like,
it's not just like my likeness. It's just
exactly.
odd.
Yeah. Yep. It, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to feel.
Yep.
Basically.
And I think it was Judd Apatow released a statement, and he was like, listen, you don't say yes because you're afraid of saying no. And he was like, at this point, no is a powerful term. If we say no, nothing can be done without us. They've already invested in the writers. Pre-production is happening. They can't do anything without the actors. So don't feel pressured into voting yes. So also, the voting technically is opened, which I don't really like because there's only been like 2 informational meetings. And I feel like there's so many questions still left unanswered. I don't feel how anyone, or I don't see how anyone could feel comfortable voting at this point.
Yeah. But then it's like you look at the people in smaller markets, and that's
That
where
was
it gets
the
a
other
little
thing. Yeah.
scary. It's just like, what about people who don't really
Understand.
Yeah, they're not part of like a bigger community of SAG-AFTRA members.
Yeah.
Maybe they're from a smaller local and it's not their primary
source of income.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, before I had moved to LA, before this is where I lived mainly, I would have voted how SAG recommended, and SAG is recommending to vote yes for this contract. And I feel like that is so dangerous.
Yeah. On one hand, I don't know. It's just hard because they were in such heavy negotiations.
Yeah.
And it's like
I don't doubt that the negotiations committee did their best. And I appreciate them, I value them, and I thank them for their work. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna
be satisfied.
Yeah. And a lot of people are like, well, look at it as a stepping stone for the next negotiations. 3 years from now, who knows where we're going to be technology wise 3 years from now?
Yeah, and right now it's like we're all already struggling at this point
Yeah.
to get enough work and to make enough money from that work. Whereas like it used to be you'd get a booking and it was pretty decent.
It would float you for a little bit.
Yeah. Not like it would solve everything, but like
you could,
with residuals you'd have some incoming money that was okay enough to survive a little bit, and that's just not how it is.
Yep. My last residuals check was for 64 cents.
Yeah, and like that's how it is now because you don't get the residuals that you used to.
Yep.
It's just streaming has changed a lot of things.
And like there are some good things in that contract, don't get me wrong. Like it's not all bad. There are some good things in there. There's just also quite a bit that I feel like isn't quite where it needs to be. It's
not like fleshed out enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's my main hesitation is the language is so vague.
It is. which is concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gives room for loopholes.
Yep.
And you know that is what people look for, is the
Yep.
loopholes.
Yep.
Because that's what lawyers do.
Yeah.
That is their job. Their job is to find the loophole.
Especially corporate lawyers that
Yeah.
represent Netflix.
Huh?
Yep.
Find the loophole. Like, they're gonna find it.
Yep.
That's part of the game. And that's not really the game I want to play. So.
No, not at all.
Which I was having this thought earlier where it's like every job you have to play the game a little bit. Like, and I hate playing games. Like, I'm not really a game player, which is funny. Game group. Anyway, I mean, I've gotten a little bit more into games in general, but in terms of
life.
Yeah, in terms of life and work, like it's just one of those things that, like, if you want to go to school, you have to jump through the hoops. If you want to have a job and have an income, you have to jump through the hoops and play the game.
Yeah.
And you know what? It just sucks. It
Yeah.
just sucks, but you have to do it. And that's just like where I'm at. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't have to like it, but
Yeah.
it just sucks that I still have to do it.
Like my day job that I have right now, I was up for a promotion and I had to do basically a whole separate at-home unpaid audition for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I complained about it because it was dumb. And I was like, this is just an unnecessary hoop that I have to jump through.
Well, that's like, so teachers have to be observed. And it's not even just like you have an administrator come into your classroom. No, it's you have to fill out this like online pre-planning form thing. And it's really like tedious. And you have to fill that out. Then you have to meet and have it approved. Then you have to go in and fill out another really tedious plan form thing online, do all of this bullshit language, have that approved, then have the administrator come in, where like they're not allowed to participate. Their job is to just sit there, and then they have to write down every single thing that is said during that class. So if your students are in the corner having a completely unrelated conversation, they're having to just transcribe that whole thing. And then they meet with you to talk about it. But like really, they're just meeting with you about your goals that you outlined in the initial planning sheet. And then they'll say some like bullshit stuff about whatever is important to administrators at that time. But it's like, it's not even helpful. Like, it's just, you have to do it. It's like the administrators have to go do the evaluations. The people have to do the evaluations. It's like, okay, but is this actually helpful for anyone? Or is this just more bullshit we have to do on both ends?
Yeah.
It is just more bullshit we have to do on both ends.
Yeah.
Like most of the stuff that like teachers and administrators have to do is not actually helpful for the students or for teaching. Like it doesn't do anything restorative, so to speak.
Yeah. There's a lot of bullshit that is unnecessary.
Yep. In case you're wondering, I still don't really like my job. I'm just trying to float by.
We all float here.
You know, I like tell people, I'm like, my goal is to make it through the end of the year. And like really the frustrating thing is like I would really like to make this like a longer term situation, because the job searching situation is always so exhausting, so frustrating.
Yeah.
So it's like I have this job, so if I can stay in it another year, I really should just suck it up and stay in it another year. But it's like really awful. And like I don't think it's awful because it's school. Like I think the school is fine and they try really hard, but like it's just the nature of the beast. It sucks.
Great.
Yep.
Yay.
Like weirdly, I miss my special ed kids where like the biggest concern was a massive behavior outbreak. Like that was kind of okay. Like that was almost preferable to all of the bullshit I do on a daily basis right now. Like versus like the actual visceral, like you had such a connection with all the other people in your room because you had support in your classroom. Weird, how nice. And like everyone who does special ed complains about the paperwork and writing IEPs. I didn't mind the paperwork. I'm like really good at the paperwork.
Yeah.
So now it's like less of the paperwork and more of like monotonous bullshit that doesn't matter, that nobody checks in on or supports or helps with. And it's like, this sucks. Like I miss my biters. Like, I'd
You
rather
miss
have.
wearing your Kevlar ankle guards.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, give me a runner instead. Like, can I just be doing that instead? Where instead of like, I don't know, all the shit I do every day, I'm just like making sure no one is like choked by a necklace. Like, I mean, I still don't wear jewelry to work, and like, I don't even have any behavioral kids. Like, I have 0 kids with behavioral issues, quote unquote,
Yeah.
which is very bizarre. Like, my biggest issue is the kids that don't do anything in class, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. They're not hurting anyone, so whatever.
Yeah.
Are they turning work in? Kind of. Not really, but sometimes. Great.
At least I didn't get fit today.
Like, they're not throwing a desk. They're not.
No one's thrown poop at you this year?
Or food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no one's shit their pants in class. You know, we're doing great.
Good job. So proud.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's not funny. Dude, when we were in Target today, Target was like our 4th stop. So we both kind of had to pee. So we went to the bathroom first, and we're in line, and we're next, and we just hear this woman just let one rip.
Well, I mean, yeah, and keeping our composure was very difficult.
And we both just silently laughed our asses off.
And it was like,
and every stall was full, so we didn't know which one it came from. But then when a stall door started to open, we both were like,
I was like, we gotta pull this together. We are actors, damn it.
I was like, Allison, stop it, stop it.
We like couldn't look at each other. It was just like, you don't look at me. I mean, it's a bathroom. Like, okay, like that is an appropriate place to like have some sharding happen. Probably the only appropriate place.
I mean, preferably it wouldn't be in a public bathroom, but if it's an emergency.
Oh my gosh. Listen, it's just they're on the toilet, so that's a success. Also, just like, how is everyone in those stalls taking so fucking long? I was like, I just have to pee.
Maybe they were all pooping.
Maybe they were all trying to not laugh. They're sitting there like, oh my god, I gotta hold it together. I can't.
It's as if you're like doing your business and then you start laughing, then you're gonna fart.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, a big success all around.
Yes. Well,
what a day. What a day.
What else do we need to talk about on the podcast today?
Stay tuned for next week when we rehash Thanksgiving. Yeah. I think that's all for this episode.
Yeah.
I'm Allison Clay.
And I'm Siri Harkins.
And we are just thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly.